Okay, so I got to talking to this person who was commenting on my videos on YouTube, and I didn't post any videos on YouTube so I would be popular or anyone on YouTube would see me. I just wanted to use it so I could put my videos on MySpace. Well, this guy started talking to me and commenting on all my videos and stuff, and I started telling him about my experience with getting my blood drawn, and I thought it might be a story that everyone would want to hear. Well, I don't really care who wants to hear it. And if you think I'm boring or suck crap, then don't keep listening. So, the first time I ever gave blood, I must have been 17, actually. No. Well, a year younger than however old you're allowed to give blood. Whatever, that didn't make any sense, but so anyways, I lied about my age. It was this really old man, and I just said my birthday was the year before it really was, and so he let me in. And the volunteer nurse lady at the Red Cross, was taking my blood and laying in the chair. I'm a little nervous, first time. And so she pokes around in my arm a bunch, can't find my vein, switches to the other arm, and she's like, "Oh, I've got it, you're going great." So I'm like, okay, the needle's in, she figured it out. But everyone around me is, finishing. They're done. Their blood bags are full, and mine's not. So I say, nurse lady, everyone else's bags of blood are full. What's going on? Mine's empty. She's like, "Oh my goodness, why didn't you say something?" I just did, wench. So she looks at it and she starts laughing and says, "Didn't you hear that buzzing sound?" I said, "No, what buzzing sound?" "Oh, well, I accidentally only had the needle on the surface of your vein, so it was just vibrating back and forth and not really drawing any blood." So then she takes the needle and jabs it into my skin a bunch of times, and so I was a little leery the next time I went back. But I went to the Red Cross a few more times, and I kept having horrible experiences, and so I was like, I'm never donating my fucking blood again. This is retarded. So, but since then, I've had to have my blood drawn by doctors. They just want to test your blood to see if your hormones are okay, or do you have this or that, just my luck. So, every time I go to get my blood drawn, I say, they have a terrible time of finding my veins in my arm. This part of your arm. I don't know what this armpit, elbow pit, elbow. So, can you please take it from the top of my hand? And they're like, well, we want to try it out for ourselves. And so they try and find my veins, and it's always somebody, who's never drawn blood before. And every single time they have to get it from my hand. So the last time I went to draw blood, I said to the lady, "How long have you been doing this?" And they said 9 months. And I'm like, well, usually I don't let someone who hasn't been doing it for 10 years, less than 10 years, draw my blood, but I don't want to frighten you. Go ahead. See if you can do it. I'm like, but I'm going to tell you, you can't get it from my arm, elbow pit. Try it from here. So she says, well, I want to try it myself. I let her try it herself. It doesn't work. I start crying. She tries it again. No blood. She gets nervous, runs out of the room. Never see her again, but the boss comes in, and he feels around, and he's like, I tell him the whole thing, can't get out of my elbow armpit, and he's like, well, I gotta feel it anyways. So he feels it up, and he can't feel anything. He's feeling around my hands. Well, I don't know. He ends up feeling like one of those surgical gloves, those rubber ones you can blow up, and there's a turkey hand balloon thing with hot water, and I have to set it on my hand and wait for my little vein to rise. And he tells me, well, you could, I might not be able to draw your blood. It could be what you ate today. It could be the weather. It could be your stress level. Anything could affect your ability to have your blood drawn. It's like, So basically you're saying if, there could be 101 reasons why you suck ass at drawing blood, so you're going to blame it on anything else, just random variables. So I was in that blood drawing place for 45 minutes before he actually drew my blood, and he was successful, but so I don't like needles, guys. I don't want to get my blood drawn. And I even asked the guy, I said, well, since I have this problem with my veins and my arm elbow pits, what should I do every time I go to get my blood drawn? Is there something I can say? He's like, well, just explain it to him. Just tell him that it usually works better from your hand. It's like, dude, that's what I said to you. And every single time they think that they can somehow find the veins better than the last guy. So I don't know. Does anyone else have any problems like this?